The multiverse is officially opening up in the MCU, and in my last video, we discussed how this could lead to some catastrophic consequences for the heroes of the MCU. In particular, when we talk about interdimensional rifts and alternate universes, there's one storyline that instantly comes to mind. And today, we're going to talk about what Secret Wars is and why it could be the most epic storyline the MCU has ever done. Welcome back, Nerd Squad. Today, we're talking about Secret Wars, the Secret Wars event, and what it means for the MCU. And let me tell you, this is an event that has been long awaited by Marvel fans everywhere. We've been waiting for the Secret Wars since 2016 when the comics first came out. And now that we're finally getting it, we can expect to see some major changes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it. So if you're ready to learn more about Secret Wars, then make sure to stay tuned because we'll be breaking down everything you need to know right here. Before we get into the details of Secret Wars, it's important to know the basics. What is it? How does it work? And why should you care? Well, let me tell you. Secret Wars is a crossover event that takes place in multiple dimensions across the Marvel Universe. It was originally published by Marvel Comics in 1984 and was written by Jim Shooter with art by Mike Zeck, Marv Wolfman, Len Wein, and others. The story follows the Beyonder who hails from Battleworld, a pocket dimension created by the Beyonder's people to observe and study other universes. When the Beyonder becomes fascinated with Earth 616, he uses his powers to bring together all of the Marvel superheroes and supervillains in an attempt to create the ultimate battle. Now, this may sound familiar to some of you, especially if you saw the post-credit scene for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which showed us a glimpse of the MCU's version of Battleworld. But that's not where the similarities end. As the battle rages, the heroes and villains begin to realize that they are pawns in a much larger game orchestrated by the enigmatic Beyonder. As they fight, they discover that their powers are being enhanced and their memories are being manipulated by the Beyonder. Ultimately, the heroes prevail and the Beyonder is defeated, but not before leaving behind a warning for the future. In the aftermath, the surviving heroes must come together to rebuild a world that has been forever changed by the events of the war. But unfortunately, they are unaware that the Beyonder, his people, are still watching them and waiting for their chance to strike back. Now, this is just a brief overview of the original Secret Wars event. And as mentioned earlier, we have been waiting for the MCU to adapt this storyline since 2016 when it was first released. This is because Secret Wars is one of the most ambitious and complex stories ever told in the Marvel Universe. It features an enormous cast of characters from across the entire Marvel Universe, all brought together by a mysterious and powerful being known as the Beyonder. But perhaps what makes Secret Wars so compelling is its exploration of the nature of reality and existence itself. As the heroes battle the Beyonder and his forces, they are confronted with questions about the meaning of life, the purpose of existence, and the true nature of good and evil. In the end, they are forced to make difficult choices that will have profound implications for the fate of the universe. Secret Wars is not just a thrilling adventure, but also a thought-provoking meditation on the deepest mysteries of the human condition. Now, let's talk about how this event could change the MCU forever. So, as I mentioned earlier, Secret Wars is one of the most ambitious and complex stories ever told in the Marvel Universe. And when it comes to adapting such a complex storyline for the big screen, Marvel Studios is definitely up to the task. They have a proven track record of bringing comic book stories to life in a way that is both faithful to the source material and exciting for audiences. However, Secret Wars will be unlike any MCU movie or Disney Plus series we have seen before. It will require a massive amount of planning and coordination to pull off successfully. The scope of the story is truly epic, encompassing multiple dimensions, alternate universes, and countless characters. This means that Marvel Studios will need to assemble a huge cast and crew to bring the story to life. Additionally, the effects and action sequences will be on a whole new level. The battles between the heroes and villains will be epic, taking place across multiple dimensions and involving characters with godlike powers. However, despite the challenges involved in adapting Secret Wars, the potential rewards are even greater. The story has everything that fans of the MCU could want, from epic battles to complex characters and thought-provoking themes. If done right, Secret Wars could be the most exciting and satisfying conclusion to the Infinity Saga that fans have been waiting for. One of the ways that Marvel Studios could ensure the success of Secret Wars is by assembling a top-notch creative team. This means hiring directors, writers, and producers who have experience working on complex, effects-heavy films and who are passionate about the source material. Additionally, Marvel Studios will need to cast actors who can do justice to the iconic roles. This will be no easy feat, as fans have already formed strong attachments to many of the characters in the MCU. But if Marvel Studios can find the right cast, it will go a long way towards making Secret Wars a success. Another key to pulling off Secret Wars will be the visual effects. The battles between the heroes and villains will be epic, taking place across multiple dimensions and involving characters with godlike powers. To make this work, Marvel Studios will need to hire a VFX team that can create stunning visuals that bring the story to life. This will involve creating realistic environments, convincing character effects, and seamless CGI. If done right, the visual effects will be one of the most impressive aspects of Secret Wars and will leave audiences in awe. Overall, the stakes couldn't be higher for Marvel Studios and the MCU as they prepare to tackle Secret Wars. It will take a Herculean effort to pull off successfully, but the potential rewards are immeasurable. If Marvel Studios can execute on all fronts, Secret Wars could be the most epic and satisfying conclusion to the Infinity Saga that fans have been waiting for. With the multiverse officially opening up in the MCU, and with rumors of the Illuminati joining the fray, we may be closer to seeing this event unfold than we think. So, what do you think? Are you excited to see Secret Wars come to life in the MCU? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to stay up to date on all things nerd news, then make sure to subscribe. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and always remember to stay nerdy, my friends.